finally, if you're at the level in which you can do this, you can learn other people's licks. And this blew me away when I went to music school, because I spent a lot of time working on jazz improvisation because I sucked at it and I wanted to get better. So as a practice warrior, I focused on what I sucked at. I also focused on a lot of Latin music because as a little white boy from upstate New York, if I wasn't playing on the one, I was done. So anyway, Latin music kicked every American's butt. So jazz improvisation, what blew me away was that I thought improvisation was all about, hey man, create it in the moment, man. Nobody's ever played this before, man. And what I learned is that everyone was telling me, you got to transcribe solos. Like, what's that? I got to write them down? Well, you can write them down, but at least like learn them. Learn Miles Davis solos, learn Coltrane solos, learn Charlie Parker. I had a whole book on Charlie Parker's solos that I was memorizing, and it just blew my mind. It seemed contradictory. What do you mean I'm going to learn someone else's licks? What I finally got was that, look, everybody has different ways of saying things, right? C major scale, it's the same 7 notes, whether I use it or whether Eddie Van Halen uses it, right? So it's like, they're the same notes. How does he or she use those notes? So if you learn little phrases from other people, you can incorporate that into your musicianship. Think about it. Every single word you utter, and every single word I've uttered in this video, which is going pretty long now, but I think this is really important to get a grip on. Every single word that I've said to you has been taught to me, and I have transcribed, learned by ear, from other people. And even the way I say things, the articulations I use, and just think of the different ways of saying words. We talked about this in an earlier video. Just the way you say, hello, 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 hello. So, all these different ways you can articulate things. Those are things that you have accumulated and put into your own vocabulary, and now you put that out into the world. So learning other musicians' little licks, you don't have to transcribe an entire solo. You can just grab a little 3 or 4 note phrase from your favorite artist, a guitar player, Oh, and by the way, if I'm a guitar player, I want to learn trumpet licks and sax licks along with guitar licks. Lickses? Did I say licks? So these licks, because that's going to add to my vocabulary. Does this make sense to you? Right? It's totally cool. So again, if you've been following this, you got yourself 3 licks. And the cool thing about every lick that you write is that you could go ahead and develop it even further to make more licks. Yeah? So if you go, what's that one I just did? How about we make it go up? There you go. So now I've got 2 licks. So now I could play that second lick without ever playing the first lick. And turn it into something longer. All right, so we got licks. Oh, and by the way, once I develop a lick, that becomes a motif, something I can develop off. So lick, short idea, motif, something that we build off of a lick to develop longer phrases, and riffs. Well, that's coming in the next video.